Hello everyone, we are at the finals of Gold Coast MATEria Cup Oceania. We're here at the lovely Wonderland and we're seeing our finalists on screen. On the left we have Braden, who is rocking some saucy knights. On our right we have Daniel Gould, who's back on the Refia control. I'm joined by my co-host, Bloodfist. Say hi.
Howdy, 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 folks. All right, so lots of explaining to do with this one. So it may look like it's a classic matchup of knights versus warriors. It's warriors of light. It's just a good old-fashioned aggro versus control game. However, Braden does not play the knights deck like an aggro deck. He likes to play it slower. So this is going to be a very interesting game.
Yep, I assume Daniel was on the highest. No, Daniel was not on the highest seeding, was he? Yes, he
He
was. He
actually
was.
was.
Yes, Braden was
So
our eighth. That's right.
yes, Daniel is 6th seed and Braden was 8th seed. Braden has just been absolutely steamrolling it. The top card, just go full Swiss curse. So it's going to have some fun and amusing games here. We're starting off with the Sarah FFL for Ghoul. Going to get a Faris and likely a Warrior of Light to go with that Faris.
I was making the comment today at my locals that why does Final Fantasy VII Sarah cost 5?
Well, who knows?
Good
Well, it
old
looks like
Sid
I've gone with
Highwind.
looks like I've gone with Faris and Ark here. So Daniel is very well aware of what Braden is playing. They have had the opportunity to review deck lists beforehand, so it looks like Braden
Dropping
is.
Sid Waff is very good against Warrior of Lights. It's
He has gone
very good.
straight into a Sid Waff, and now he's going to go for a Gawain. So this will give him opportunity to search for two knights, the most important ones. So that'll be the Ramza and the Corilla. There we go. As I mentioned, Braden does like to play the Knights deck as a sort of a slower aggro control sort of build, so he may think about going for a full hand dump. But what Braden is also want to do is to warp that Ramsar on turn one. So we may not be too surprising if we do end up seeing that end up being the case. But he's just going to go ahead and pass the turn.
Yep. He knows a little bit. He knows he doesn't need to rush against Warrior of Lights. He can bully a little bit. And that Sid Waff is just going to be doing nothing but work.
Absolutely. Getting the turn one Sid Waff down is going to mean that every single advantage that Daniel is going to try and take it is trying to use with that 25 burst count has just gone down to 0. Like
And
ultimately it comes down to whether or not it's worth the risk.
and unfortunately, that burst count is your main defense against aggro.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it looks like we'll go for a King Tycoon. Uh, likely to go get the Lena back up.
Especially since we know he has the Faris in hand already.
Absolutely.
Oh,
He's
going
gone for the
full
Lena forward.
forward.
I don't mind this play, actually. So what this means is Daniel can just decide, okay, well, since I'm going to not necessarily need the backup, I may just jam the forward out.
Yeah.
But he's just gone ahead and passed the turn. And
Braden
we're
draws
going in
second
for an
Faris.
attack.
Second Refia. Ramza. Words. I play these games, kind of.
Yeah, the second one of that 7-drop fire forward that is super important in any deck. Okay, so just going for a point of damage. It looks like it wasn't a burst.
Or it may have been, and
So
Daniel choosing not to. Going straight in just for the Corilla.
just go for the Corilla. I do like this play as well because it means that we're not really overcommitting.
Also,
So
that
that's one of the big
Charlotte's a good hit
problems.
in this matchup.
Charlotte is a great hit. Uh, so it's either Charlotte and Steiner, which will present a very powerful board state, or he could just go for the Garland and continue trying to set up. Either play I do like.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to go for the Garland, so we're going to get ourselves a card back. That's a very good call in this case because we don't have the Ramza in play, which means that we're not really in a spot to go off, if that makes sense. And we're just picking up
Yes.
the Steiner. That's another case of setting up the CP. So
That also means he can now am out without losing the Ramza.
absolutely. One important thing to note as well with Braden's list, he is running one copy of the new 5-cost Charlotte as a revival target for the Ramza, so he doesn't have to rely strictly on the Gorilla as his revival target.
Do we also know if he's still running the one off Una?
He's not running the Una in the list anymore. He's just gone straight for a hard knight strategy.
Yes, I remember he did well at the Melbourne Materia Cup, but I hurt him a little bit, that card.
It seems to be disadvantageous for him to have that card or use that card. So that's entirely his prerogative. If it doesn't work for him, then it doesn't work for him. But we're going to see what Daniel's going to do here. He's not exactly in the lightest of spots here, and Braden is sitting on a sizable hand at the moment.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot. Your defenses are down. You can't keep building forever.
And the great thing is, as well, as we mentioned before, Braden can just sit on these forwards and just continue attacking as he is. He doesn't need to put any more forward pressure down.
Yeah,
In
you can
fact,
just hold up the
for
Amat.
exactly, and for Daniel to actually try and eliminate the board state is going to take a lot of resources to do so. So we're going to go with the Faris, just blank, actually. So just straight putting out the Faris.
Yep, just the
This is
damage, no search.
this is an interesting call. I'm trying to figure out what would be the reason for just straight playing the Faris like that.
Yeah, especially since Kurilla's protecting the other two.
Yeah. Unless he's got an extra 5k burn in his hand that he wants to use. Oh, I see now. He's going to use the Faris and the Lena. So he's going to try and get both the sacrifice and the search. But this may draw the Amat, and it does.
Yeah.
Which will deal another 3k burn to the Gorilla. But that is just to pass the turn there. And once again, there's really not a lot of forward pressure going for Daniel, but Braden is in an incredible spot right now.
I'm guessing he's just going to LB to dull the. Oh, just going for
He's
a
going
Mart.
for Mart, which is another smart call because now he can freely attack straight in and not really worry about anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily mind spending some more limit break to get a Surges down, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so I was expecting the surges just to dull the. Yeah.
There we go. So he's going to eat the Gorilla here, and then we're going to go in with Gawain, and that's going to proc an EX burst, but that's going to draw the Sid Waff.
Which means he's going to randomly discard.
So one,
Okay,
two,
roll a
three, four, five,
dice.
6, and it's going to be that,
The
which is the
Misty.
Mist Dragon. That is going to hurt.
That's
Because
not
now,
good.
but it will take a couple of turns for Braden to actively go ahead with that Ramza play. So it's not necessarily like the losing the Mist Dragon here is a bad thing, but at the same time, this is looking very rough. And now Braden's just drawn another Gorilla with a water CP to cast it. So he isn't really in that much of a spot to be threatened. So we've got to
Yeah.
go in with the
Knight's
Knights.
doing its knight stuff.
And is that 5 points of damage there?
I
I think
believe
it is
that's
5.
4. 1 plus 2 plus 2, 5. Yet. Sorry, 5. It is 5.
So
We hit a burst.
go for another burst. And it's number 1, which is we're not sure. He's quickly discarded there.
Matt has
Now,
Brave.
the Mart does have Brave, so we have to keep that in mind. And Daniel is just going to force feed the bursts and hope that the Sid Waff misses them all. So
We're going
I'll
for
have to
another
see what
one.
happens. Yeah, so it's a Kryl to pick up the Faris, and
I think that
immediately
was the Faris.
discards something else.
That looked like the Faris to me.
Well,
I think you
we'll
abandon Ramza here and just go for the...
Corilla, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a good call because now we can flip 5 more and hope that a Laswell is among those cards. We've got a Charlotte and just the
Ooh,
Charlotte today.
bit of a whiff there, but I think he's
A
still in a
little
good
bit of a
position.
whiff, but the only spot where this play is actually punished is from a Shintoto, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, important to note that Daniel hasn't used any of his limit break yet.
But I don't think he has enough for the Shantotto, does he? Yeah, he'll need
He
to
would have
have to have
just
four
every
Earth
single card as
cards,
his hand have to be Earth cards, yeah. So
and that's
he'll
another
be able
reason.
to do it,
That's
but
another
it would
reason I was
cost him
saying
everything.
losing that Mist Dragon was so bad. You lost your Earth CP as well.
Exactly, exactly. So we'll see what we've got. So it looks like we might be going for perhaps an arc play.
If it's an Arc play, I assume he'll tap all three. The fact is thinking, I don't think it's an Arc.
It's looking pretty tight. It's important to note as well that Braden does have an empty hand right now. So
Yep.
we're just going to go for the Faris just for a search at this point because the damage is completely nullified
Corilla,
uh,
Charlotte
by
combo.
Charlotte with Corilla's protection. So that's
Yep.
not really going to do anything. We are going to get a Warrior of Light. And here comes a Refia. So I'm going to try and... Okay, so we could call it the Charlotte. And
Nope,
we're
he
going to
did the
scoop it
math.
up.
Yep.
Did not end up working out in their favor there. So Braden is 1 game up. And 1 game away from earning his invite to the World Championships. Now, it's important to note that this is a very common matchup to expect for Knights versus Warriors of Light. And you can see there as well, Braden had multiple opportunities to go for the hard Ramza Corilla play, but opted not to, just to focus on generating board state in a slightly slower fashion, which might be the advantage in this match.
Yeah, but it can be very risky if you give Warrior of Lights too many turns to set up and build their hand. It can backfire on you very quickly.
It can indeed, but looks like we've got our openers.
I think the MVP of that
And
last game, ironically, was that Sid Waff.
it's definitely helped. So,
Oh,
oh, that is a beautiful hand from Braden. Now he can truly put on the bullying game.
yep.
So, we'll see what Daniel's got on the other side. It looks like we've got some backups. An Amaterasu. Oh no.
Did he just go to
Oh,
discard?
that was draw, discard, pass. He has nothing.
That's
That
unfortunate.
is so rough. And what's worse, Braden's just drawn an Ovelia. So now he can just play the game. That is wild. That
Double
is the...
arc draw by overpay. Grab the Lena, play the Lena.
he's had to do it this way. Uh, did he just not have any wind CP in the opening hand for the King Tycoon?
I'm worried that he didn't have the water CP in the opening hand to play the Luna Freya. But he
Oh, he
discarded.
did.
He did. He pitched the Levy.
He pitched the Leviathans. So
Be very curious to know why
it's
you just don't go for the. I guess you don't want to lose your Shantotto in this matchup.
yeah, maybe, but now Braden is in a spot where he can just go, let me just pitch this deleter, play a Laswell, and start bullying you.
And that looks like it's what's going to
It's
happen.
Exactly the spot. And what's worse,
Oh,
the last well is going to eat the Amaterasu, but I don't think Brayden cares about that
yeah.
because now he can just jam the gorilla into
Gorilla.
his face. Let's see what we get. So we got a Beatrix, Garland,
Oh
probably
no,
Garland.
Garland to get back the last well.
Garland to get back the last well. I love that play.
Yeah, does he have
It's
the other
just
ice in hand? I don't know if he discarded
he
all his ice or
does.
not.
So he doesn't have the extra ice. It looks like his hand is Fire Card Amaterasu.
Oh my god.
So Brayden is just cooking on all cylinders in this game. It's just unbelievable. He's drawn out an Amaterasu,
And he
and
just drew a Charlotte.
he's just picked up some ICP, just because.
Just why not? Why not?
All right, so he doesn't have any of the punishing
That looks like King Tycoon to me.
backups. It was a King Tycoon, which is probably going to go get another Faris, maybe a Lena. But the crazy thing is now,
Big
yep, so we are going to go
Faris.
get the Faris. The crazy thing here now is after Brayden's resolved all of his attacks, he can just play the last well second main,
Yeah.
proc the Dull Freeze on the King Tycoon, and then that's forcing a discard as well because a Knight attacked that turn.
The only way Braden could have been in a better position if that was Sid Waff as the backup. Oh, we got an Amat
But
War happening off the
we've got the
Kryl.
Amaterasu back. Ooh. Honestly, I still think it's worth the risk. Just drop the last well.
Empty his hand.
Uh, I think in this case, if you were to just play the last well again, it would just eat the Amaterasu again. But I don't think you mind. But he's just gone for a pass the turn, which
Yeah.
I also don't disagree with. Raiden is sitting with 5 cards in hand, has the last well, and knows that Daniel's got the Amaterasu. So he's got all of the advantage in the world right now.
He's also got his own Amaterasu.
Absolutely. And not to mention that Avelia is pumping up the both of those knights. So Corilla is sitting at 10k and Garland at 9. So they are not small forwards. I just have to see how Daniel's going to get himself out of this one. What's important to note here as well is that Daniel is only sitting at 2 points of damage, so all of the damage 3 synergies that the Refia deck is famous or infamous for aren't switched on right now.
No, he is definitely not off online yet, and I don't think he can afford to play a Barsh right now.
Not just that, it will cost him 3 cards in hand to play the Bash, and if he does deal the point of damage to himself, Brayden could just go Amaterasu.
Yep.
So we'll go for a Kryl, which will pick up. Looks like he's going to pick up a Lev 6. Probably needs the water CP for something.
Lena right now would be good. Get to 3 backups.
It would be very good, but we'll have to see exactly what Daniel is going to do here. Looks like he's gone to his limit break. Probably
Maybe a
pondering that
Leo.
Luna Freya idea. See, unfortunately, Leo is quite possibly the worst card that you could play right now because Garland just says any knight will kill the
Kill
Leo.
it. Yep.
And it looks like Daniel did just go discard and pass. It must be in an absolutely horrible spot. So now Brady can just continue ticking in with the 2 forwards.
And
And
that's a
now
Refia.
that is a Refia. It looks like there was another 7k forward there as well. Probably another Faris or maybe even another Refia.
Yeah.
So Braden here can just go, cool, I could just play the last well. I don't mind if this eats an Amaterasu, which it's going to do. Because that's another 2 cards discarded. Does he have any more ICP to...
He can
play
go.
that
He can go
Renoa is
Refia.
sitting on.
He can go into Refia into the last world right now.
He could have gone Ramza into last one,
Ramza,
which would have
sorry,
been
Ramza.
really. It would have been really funny. But again, Braden making the smart play here, keeping his hand very well stocked.
Yep.
And the onus is on Daniel to answer what Braden has. And doesn't look like there's a lot there. Braden is absolutely under zero pressure to play anything further. It's all on Daniel.
Plus, the Ramza into the last world would be better if you have something to kill off the Garland.
Well, that's also very true. We are, again, also just sitting on an Amaterasu that we don't need to go deep in. So here comes an Arc, which is going to fetch the Amaterasu, I would say.
Petra Faris.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, hit
try
into
to
the
get the.
Amaterasu. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's trying to bring back the Faris, and that is going to fetch the Amaterasu, 100%. There we go. But that's going to fetch a Mist Dragon in response. There we go. We have got a game on our hands. Now the Faris comes in. It's going to deal some packets of damage to
Corella
the
only.
Corilla. And we're going to get the Refia. I mean, you've just got to make whatever plays you can, right? Yeah, so that Kryl was doled for the Mist Dragon. So
It doesn't have enough to play the Refia.
okay. But here now, I don't think Raiden's really that threatened to not just go, okay, let me just jam the Ramza now and get back the last well.
Well, he has last wall in hand again.
Oh god, he has last well in hand again. Yep. So we could play the last well. You get a dull freeze on probably. Oh, it actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter what the dull freeze goes on to.
Yeah. You hit the forwards in this case, I think, though. Because you're about to sculpt that last card out of his hand. So you don't care about the untap.
Well, the thing is, as well, you can just go from limit break and just pop off from that.
Yep, which I
Which it
think
looks like
he's going.
we're going to look into. Because we've got the new card from the limit break. We've got the Heretical Knight Garland, which will freeze 2 backups, but can also just dull freeze the last forward there, the arc. So I actually quite like it if Braden were to play the Heretical Knight Garland, because now in the last well can dull freeze the Kryl. The Garland is going to finish off the arc. Okay, so we're just going for a swing. And that looks like it was another Faris that got hit.
Damage is on point for Braden. Unbelievable.
I'd say it's all coming up Millhouse, but that's largely because Braden is also wearing a Simpsons t-shirt, so... Looks like he's going in, though. Okay, we've got the Kusith.
Kusith. So that'll protect the Ramza.
Question is...
That'll protect the Refia.
That will protect the Refia, but the question is, what do you even get back at this point? Braden
Anything.
is in
So you got to
a...
discard it. It doesn't matter what you get. You're discarding it.
I mean, that is true, but you also still have a card in hand. So you have to find what would be the safest thing to actually pick up. So we've got to go with the Lena. And then end of turn... Maybe look at the end of turn discard, or... No, Braden's going for the Time Walk. I love this play.
Yeah.
He's definitely thinking about it at the very least.
I think he's just worried about losing the Ramza, which I would not be.
Is he thinking about something else?
Probably Beatrix.
He is.
Yep,
Yeah, if he's
water
thinking
for the
about the
Beatrix.
Beatrix, yeah. So that could have proc another Doll Freeze and another 5k burn.
Yep.
So that is going to be a pass of the turn. And Daniel is staring down 4 forwards with no
With one backup and three
high,
cards in hand.
no high costs, no opportunity for a high cost sweeper. So looks like we are going to be crossing the line.
Three last wells. Damn, Braden was on point.
Everything was on point. I think it was still the same last well for 2 of them, but it's still everything is still just coming up really, really strong for him. And this is what we were meaning by playing this sort of a slower Knights game. Just you could play one or two cards, and just bully the opponent with those 1 or 2 cards. Oh, we're going all in here. We have to go for the Luna Freya.
Or Luna
Let's see
Prayer,
what we
as you say.
hit. And that is a Terror. That is a good hit, but it doesn't really help very much. Because Terra could get something back. We're going to go for the Lena. And Lena's going to draw a card. And we're just going to hope that we get perhaps a Cucullin or something like that to get ourselves out of the situation. Okay, so it's putting down
Leo.
board presence. So Leo, draw a card. Hoping to everything that we get all of the cards that we need. And that's going to be a pass a turn. Oh, and this is another secret piece of spice that Braden is running. He's running a copy of Miwa in his list, so. But Beatrix is just going to come in, break there, have the Leo chump block, and
Yep.
that is the 7th point of damage. And there we have it. Congratulations to Braden
Yes,
for
well done.
qualifying himself for the World Championships. Great work, great work.
Winning Oceania's final Materia Cup of the year.
Fantastic set of games from both players. It just seemed like it was a really unfortunate start in that second game for Daniel there. Having to just go discard pass, it's not something you genuinely want to see.
No, no, no. It was just not a good spot. And
E-
yeah, the Knights deck has so much tech now for this matchup between Lena, Sidwoff, and obviously best card in the deck would be Lastwell.
Absolutely. Lastwell is the kind of card that absolutely makes a deck like this. But again, Braden just playing that but slightly unorthodox style of let me just play a slower game and just walk through the board state that way.
Yeah.
And the result shows it absolutely pays off. We've got to quickly look at the pack opening so we can see Daniel get himself a Vanille. So he's got a nice consolation prize there, but he's probably looking for the full arts more.
Yeah. But yeah, but well done to all contenders. It was a great weekend at Wonderland. We had a great time. Congratulations once again to Braden. But our next viewing will be for Contis. That'll be the next videos, or at least stream videos up for that. We hope to see you there.
Uh,
Press all the good buttons on the set below if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave a comment. Anything you would like to say?
Shout out to the Australian FFTCG community for showing up and showing out for these events. You guys are absolutely awesome. Nice pull from Braden there. Let me see your Vanille and raise you a foil Jill. And it's just a fantastic set of games. This is just a great case of local kid comes good. So, great work from everybody involved. Thank you very much for Wonderland Games for hosting the event, and we look forward to seeing everybody in October.
Take care. Bye, guys.